G'day, this is Shane here of Mackay Area Productivity Services, or MAPS, and in today's video we are going through how to record a chemical application into your Agtrix farming recording system. So to record chemicals, it's pretty simple. You just want to log into your account, head over to the left hand side with the green buttons and look for the one that says chemical in the middle. When you click on the chemical button, it will take you to the first step, called the event setup, and what you want to do is work from the top to the bottom and add in all the details for this application. So usually you'll be doing an actual application. A planned event is something that you plan to do in the future. So we'll do an actual event. Choose the date of application. You can choose previous dates or previous months even, or years. So you can choose an old application date, but for now we will leave it as today's date, the 9th of the 6th, 2020. You want to choose the start time that you started spraying, so maybe 6:30 in the morning. You want to choose the number of hours that application took, so we'll put in 3 hours. You can type in an operator name. I'll put in myself, Shane. You can put in any accreditation numbers you might have on chemical certificates into here. So I'll make one up for myself. And you'll notice under activities that chemical is the only one selected at the moment. But if you were doing a nutrient in the same application, you can simply turn that one on here and you'll be able to record that in the later steps. But for now, we'll just do a chemical. You got to choose the crop that you're spraying, which is sugarcane. The growth stage of the crop at the time of spraying. We might do a return straight after harvest, so post-harvest. The season would be 2020. And you'll notice now that this big white box down the bottom, it says no areas added. So this is where you choose all the paddocks you've sprayed. To do that, you want to go to the mapping screen on the right. Use your mouse to zoom into the farm that you've sprayed. You can go up to the top of the mapping section and press on crop/fallow. What this will do is it'll bring in all the crops that occur on that farm. So now we can see anything in green has a crop on it. The blue paddocks are fallow. To choose the areas that you're spraying or the paddocks you're spraying, simply use the left click on the mouse. By left clicking on each paddock, you'll see it's bringing in that paddock information to this white box here. So to show you that again, I can do as many as I want. Just simply click on the paddocks and that will bring that information in here. To remove them from here, you can either click on the map again and deselect them, or alternatively, you can go to the little trash can button, hover over that, and it says remove spatial option. So now we've only got the one block selected. To show you that again, if I choose this block 9-1-fallow, click on that, it will bring that into the left hand side. 9-1 fallow, 8.92 hectares. I can click this fallow here, 11.5, and that will bring that into. But for the moment, we'll delete those two. And we want to apply, we'll choose two blocks, these two blocks here, and we're doing a return application chemical. So if you wanted to spray half of the paddock, you can do that in the system. To do that, bring the area in that you want to select. You want to go to the right hand side and choose edit spatial option on that block. This will highlight the block on the map. You go to the left hand side and choose the delete drawing button. Click on the orange area, it'll delete that from view. You want to go back to the left hand side and hover over the one that says new drawing. It looks like a pen. Click on new drawing, and now you can draw the area by snapping onto the boundary that you sprayed for this application. So you can choose half the paddock. To finish the drawing, connect the dots and it will highlight the area. If you wanted to edit that further, you can hover over the edit drawing and you can click on the borders to add dots and drag the dots to the boundary of the farm. So you can like that. Once you're happy with the area that you've set, you simply press save up the top right hand corner, and that will correspond with what shows on the map. So now we've got a less of an area for that paddock, we've got half a paddock there and a full paddock here. So once you're happy with the area you're going to spray, you go to the little next button down the bottom middle of the page, click on that, and it will take you to step 2 of 4, adding the chemical. So in this section, you need to add an applicator that you're spraying with. And in your system, in your account, you shouldn't have any that appear in the drop-down box until you create your own applicators. So in my account, I've got a series of applicators I've already created. But to create your own applicator that is unique to your account, you simply go to the plus button on the right-hand side, press on that, and it will give you the opportunity to create your applicators that are unique to your farm. So give your applicator a nickname that's unique to you. I'll call mine Shane's Boom Spray. And I might give and put on the nozzles, the color of the nozzles I use on that boom spray. So then the method used, you've got aerial, banded spray, directed spray, flat boom, shielded spray, subsurface. So this is a flat boom. The tank volume, put in the total tank volume is 1,000 liters or whatever yours is. Coverage for my boom spray is 100%. You can either choose manual or rate controlled. The water rate is, for this applicator, might be 300 liters to the hectare. Choose your average speed you might travel at, and we'll choose 9 kilometers. You can put in the nozzle details for your applicator. So you can put in the brand of your nozzles. We might call it a Hardy nozzle type, and we'll call it, you can call it air inducted, the type, flat fan, flood jet. We'll use the flood jet, and we'll put in our brown nozzles, the color of your nozzles. So once you've got your details in there, simply press save up the top right hand corner. Now that will save your applicator to this drop down box. So when you go to do another application in a week's time, that applicator will now appear saved in your drop down box. The next part is to create your brew that you sprayed. So as you can see, I have created a few brews of my own. And once you create your own brews, you simply can choose it from the drop down box, and it will populate the different chemicals in that brew for you automatically. So when you first make your account, you won't have any brews in here yet. So to create a brew, you simply again want to click on the plus button here. Give your brew a nickname that you will remember and that you will know that it's yours. So be descriptive here. I might call this Shane's Flame on Return Mix, on Return Brew Mix. Once you've got a name for your brew, you need to add the chemicals to that brew. So you go to the little plus button here on the right, plus add, click on that and start typing in the trading name of your brew. So if I'm using Flame, start typing in Flame, it will search the internet for that chemical, and I've got Flame 700, so I'm using that mix. Choose the rate that you used in this brew. For Flame, I'm choosing to use 300 mils to the hectare. And I also want to add to this brew gramoxone. So to add gramoxone, you just press the plus add again, start typing in your product. Once that finds what you're after, choose the potency of it. I'm using a 250 gramoxone. Choose the rate again for your gramoxone. I'm choosing to use 1 litre to the hectare. And you can add as many chemicals to a brew as you want. If you want to add wetter, you can add that. So once you're happy with your brew, you press the green save button up the top right. And again, that will appear in your drop-down box. If you made a mistake on either the applicator or the brew, you can always edit that brew by clicking on the green Edit Selected Brew button or Edit Applicator button. So if I wanted to change that brew, I simply edit it in here. I can delete chemicals, I can add more, I can change the name of that brew, and then resave it. One tip there is if you put the number 1 at the start of your name brew, then we've noticed that it will appear at the top of the drop-down box every time. So for future reference, if you save it as a 1 at the front of your brew name, it will eventually appear at the top of this drop-down box as 1 out the front, as you can see these ones here. So that's how you make a brew. Once you're happy with your brew, you just simply want to go down to the next button in the bottom middle of the page. And then step 3 of 4 is of course the weather, which is a mandatory requirement for chemicals. So we need to choose the wind direction is southeast. The minimum wind speed might be 1 kilometer. The max might be 5 kilometer. Rain forecast. So this is basically when's the last time you looked at the forecast. You might said 8 hours ago, and we were expecting a light 1 to 5 mil of rain. Temperature, the minimum temperature might be 20. The max might be 28. Humidity we'll put as 75%. Delta T, you should be able to access Delta T from a website, the BOM website. And then the weather source allows you to choose where you take your weather readings from. So portable, handheld is probably preferable. Once you've got your weather details, again, press next. And you'll get step 4 is your final confirmation stage. So at this stage, you can check that what you're about to save is correct. We're doing those 2 paddocks here. There's the areas for those paddocks. The total area is 13.22 hectares. We've got chemical application as a pre-emergent plant mix and Shane's boom spray, brown nozzles, 300 litres to the hectare at 9 kilometers. If you needed to edit any section, again, just click on the edit. It'll take you back to that page, make your necessary changes, and then press OK and save again. Once you're happy and you're ready to save, click on the save button in the middle at the bottom of the page, and this will save your event. When it saves successfully, it says down the bottom, event saved successfully, and there you have it. So that's saved your applications there. In the part 2 video, we're going to go into how to find that recording, how to edit it, and how to delete it. I hope this video was of use, and I'll see you in the next one.